The only two sides on a losing streak in Super Rugby Aotearoa, and it is the Blues who are returning home to take on the winless Chiefs. There is much at stake here tonight as the two teams look to get their seasons either back on track or on track to start with in round 7 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and our second and final match of round 7 in Super Rugby Aotearoa. It is the Blues versus the Chiefs, and this is a game where two sides are becoming even more desperate than ever to pick up the win. The Blues are back at home and they'll still be very much fresh in the memory, that loss to the Crusaders, and then backed up with a loss to the Hurricanes. They've gone from the team that could do the unthinkable to the side that is returning back to the old ways of the Blues. They look to get their season, like I said, back on track here tonight against the winless Chiefs. This side has undergone a number of changes yet again, with more injuries and forcing more changes throughout this side starting 15. In the front row, though, it's consistent for the second week in a row with Alex Hodgman, Kurt Eklund and Offa Toingafasi, the 1, 2 and 3. Captain Patrick Tuipulotu has a new starting partner in the second row with Gerard Kelly Tuioti starting alongside him in the locks. Into the back row, it's welcome back to Blake Gibson, and he'll be alongside Dalton Papaili'i and Akira Ioane in the back row. Finley Christie once again gets the nod at scrum half, and he'll be partnering this week Beauden Barrett in the number 10 jumper. There's no place for Teddy Black, who is out with an injury. TJ Faiani returns back to his midfield, and he'll be alongside Rico Ioane, with Caleb Clark returning on the left wing, Mark Talia on the right, and Matt Duffy coming in with a change to Beauden Barrett and at fullback. Plenty of changes in the side, plenty returning, plenty still missing, but can the Blues get the job done back on the winning ways? Up against them are the Chiefs, of course, a team that is sitting 0-5, yet to pick up a win, and how many chances have they thrown away this season to pick up that elusive W? Last weekend, of course, against the Highlanders, it was all there, ready for them to take before they blew it right on that final whistle with a C.O. Tompkinson match winner that put the Chiefs down to their 5th loss of the season. The team is looking pretty consistent. The talent is there, the players are there, and they've shown they know how to put points on the board, but the winning result still eludes this side in 2020 Super Rugby Aotearoa. They're starting 15 for tonight. Ruben O'Neill will start on the loose inside the front row with Bradley Slater and Nipo Laulala alongside him in the front of the pack. Tupuvai will be with Mitchell Brown in the second row. Lachlan Boucher, Sam Kane and Peter Suwakula will be the 6, 7 and 8. Into the back line is Brad Weber and Caleb Trask yet again, with Alex Nankiville and Anton Leonard-Brown in the midfield. Solomon Alamalo will be on the left wing, Sean Wainui on the right, and of course it is Damien McKenzie who will be at fullback for the Chiefs. Can they do it? The unthinkable, defeat the Blues and take a win. We find out tonight. 80 minutes of action coming your way. There's still crucial points still on offer for both these sides as they all tussle for position in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Is Beauden Barrett for the Blues, kicking the match up underway. Chiefs, of course, in the black, receive the ball, and it's taken down from Mitchell Brown in a breakaway very early. Caleb Trask breaking and kicking at the end of the line, getting it all the way down into the Blues goal line, and placed in goal by the Blues. That is a 22 dropout. What an interesting start there by the Chiefs, opting for the big thumper from Caleb Trask and finding the grass as well. Half a break, creating room. Brad Weber gets it back off the 22 and looks to pin the Blues down in their own half, and Patrick Tuipulotu, the captain, will be watching and demanding a better display than he seen from his team last weekend. Here is a run through with Gareth Evans, finding nicely Faiani, who gets a nice little offload away as well as the Blues try to fight their way out of the 22. Here is Barrett playing a little bit of scrum half as they find left side Caleb Clark back infield, and advantage to the Chiefs goes for the forward pass by the Blues. Beauden Barrett on the side of that one, looking to keep the ball alive in the tackle.
Bind. Sit.
Free teams it forward out the hand, and the big chance here for the Chiefs to put first points on the board. Just 10 minutes into this matchup on the 22 set piece scrum. This is where chances are made of gold. Webber goes to Trask.
Advantage.
Takes the line on, gives to Sam Kane. Oh, and a high tackle as well. Well, what's he going to give here? It is the tackle. It's the tackle against the Blues. The forward pass from Trask to Kane, it was very forward, and then Nalala was decked by a big shoulder charge. And the referee overturns the decision for the forward pass and instead gives it to the Chiefs for the illegal tackle, and Damien McKenzie from right in front. Decision is made quickly, and the 3 points is taken. The Chiefs hit the scoreboard first through the boot of McKenzie, and they lead the Blues 3 points to 0 after 12 and a half. Well, a very interesting start by the Chiefs especially, who are playing a dominant territory game at the moment. They are happy to kick everything away as long as it stays out of their half, as there is an average kickoff by Bowden Barrett. Is even more average to take from the Chiefs. Missed by everyone. No one wanted a bar of it. And we will go back for a re-kick as the option by the Chiefs. It should have been a line out. Here we go again. This time it's taken in from Bradley Slater. A little bit more conventional that time by the Chiefs. Webber to the left-hand side is kicked away from Alamalo. And again, like we talked about, they're looking just for territory above all else as the ball is knocked on by Finley Christie. And a big opportunity with scrum advantage on their side. Brad Webber looks for the corner again. Advantage is over. And back there is Duffy. Looks upfield for Barrett. They start to attack through the centre. Ioane to Evans. Evans up out the 22. Back to Hodgman. And here's Alex Hodgman over the halfway line. Chased beautifully by Peter Gosuakula. And they eventually just stop it over the 10-metre line. Here is Dalton Papali'i. Looks to the right-hand side. And it's going to be a try. TJ Faiani. Brilliant finish. He's back in blue. And he's back on the scoreboard. Faiani grabs the first try of the match. And that was all beautifully created by Alex Hodgman. Dalton Papali'i. Beautiful break from him and a sensational pass out wide to find his inside centre, ranging down the right wing. Two brilliant passages of play there by the Blues, and they take full reward for a good little passage of play. Chiefs defence disjointed, disorganised, well and truly broken, and unable to withstand the Blues attack. Well, that is what they can do, the Blues. They've shown it now after 22 minutes that they can spark from anywhere on the park. There's Bowden Barrett's taking over the kicking duties. No Ortini Black, no problems, says Bowden. And he slots it over. It is a 7-3 game, and it's been excitement already from the two sides. Contrasting styles of play. The Chiefs looking to pin the Blues down. The Blues happy to attack from anywhere they can. Mark Talia takes the kick-off down. And is swiftly taken control of by the Blues, by the Chiefs defence. Here is a run from Akira Ioane. As the Chiefs, well, they've put on a bit of pressure here. The Chiefs, they've got to him first, and a big shove is turning the ball over. Now, and Nankiville going for the back line. Eventually it's Antonina Brown. Lipo Lalala's out on the wing. And he is hit hard. Sean Wainui right there in support. Even McKenzie's running up now. Look at this big gap here. Soakula gives to Trask. And Caleb Trask dumbing his way into the 22. Taken down just in the nick of time. Massive holes in this Blues defence again. Oh no! Brad Webber. That is a vicious tackle from Caleb Clark. He hangs out the clothesline. And little Brad Webber flattened like a piece of grass by the lawnmower. He is gone, and another penalty chance for Damien McKenzie and the Chiefs. This could put them within 1 point. It's a simple one on the 22, just to the right-hand side. McKenzie makes no mistake. He quickly slots it over as well. It's 7-6. Kicking is a big part of this Chiefs game at the moment. And they're taking every chance they can here to tick over the scoreboard against the Blues. Barrett gets us back underway. A short one this time. It's taken from both I expect look to set themselves down the other end of the park. No, they're going to run this one. Mitch Brown does very well. Running back to Bradley Slater. They struggle for the ball here, do the Chiefs. Sawakula, a pick and a go for the big number 8. It's in a bit of trouble there. Barrett takes him down. Chiefs get numbers eventually. One ruck to the next. It's waiting for Nankiville. Goes short. Kane to, once again, Slater. Turns it inside out beautifully. Antolina Brown, wide out to Sean Wainui. He's got one man to beat. It's Matt Duffy. He can't get past him. 1-on-1, 14 on 15. And Matt Duffy does the job defensively. First time we've seen him this season as well. Called up for the big task. As the Blues have the line out just inside their own half. Craig Eklund to throw it nicely to the back of Gerard Kauli-Tuioti. And the Blues swing it out wide. Mark Talia infield. He finds Rieko Ioane. Oh, beautifully to Talia again. Big eventually to Akira Ioane, who's looked for touch to end the half. McKenzie's picked it up. It's a shocking kick. As now the Chiefs attack. Through goes Mitchell Brown. Up over halfway. The Chiefs looking for one final save before the break. They don't want to go. Weber. Oh, Brad Weber's hit hard and straight over the top. Kauli-Tuioti ends him, and Rieko Ioane out wide will just wander it into touch. Takes a soft tackle. Happy to go over the line. Taking no risks there, Rieko. What a half of rugby it has been. 7-6 to score. Neither side taking control, but it is close in every stat throughout this board. You see the line breaks though, the Chiefs having the better of it despite only taking 2 penalty shots at goal. They'll be wanting more from their chances. They've got enough ball and enough territory as well, but they need something over the whitewash, something in 5s or 7s. Back to halfway for Caleb Trask. Back to the second 40 minutes of this big Super Rugby Aotearoa match-up between the Blues and the Chiefs here at Eden Park. Here's Brandon Barrett rescues that kickoff for the Blues. They look out to the left-hand side. He's got a little breakthrough from Caleb Clark. Beating one, comes up against McKenzie at the back. It's up to halfway. Good support around him as well. Here's Alex Hodgman. Loves a good run. What an offload to Gerard Kauli-Tuioti, who will scamper home. Big try for the Blues. The big man in his first start of the season steps up to the big game as well. Well, that is sensational from Alex Hodgman. He takes a little deft play to the short side, pops it back in, and Kauli-Tuioti, brilliant line to run straight through the massive hole around the breakdown, and he has enough pace. Of course, McKenzie buried at the bottom of the ruck from the break, just the face before by Caleb Clark. No one in a Chiefs jumper. We're back to cover, and that was a clean run for Gerard Kauli-Tuioti to put it firmly now in the Blues' favour. The big second row, then on a real adventure there. Found a lot of open field. And an easy conversion too for Barrett to extend the lead. Straight outs to 8 points. And that could make a big difference as the Chiefs now struggling to keep up in the second half. The Blues off to a fiery start. 5 minutes into the second 40, though, a long way to go. Just getting to the stage for the Chiefs now. They need to be next to score. Trask gets us back underway again, looking for solid corner. Finds Bobby Lee instead. Could be a turnover here for the Chiefs. They get there quick enough, they don't. And Bobby Lee does very well. Here's Christie. Oh, a little pick and go from Christie's. Manhandled backwards though by the Chiefs defence. They pile on in over the top of Christie, and they'll turn the ball over as well. Here's Ruben O'Neill. Oh, he's hit hard. Big tackle there on the loose head prop. It's still there for the Chiefs. Kane. Oh, nice cut-out pass. Left side, Alamano. He's still got Antolina Brown. He might not need him. Oh, my word! That should be a red card. Vicious tackle from Matt Duffy. Antolina Brown may have just lost his head. And the fact is that they didn't score a try either. And they're taking it all the way back for the shot at goal. They are staying consistent with the game plan here, the Chiefs. But my goodness me, Leonard Brown was clean through with Alamano on his shoulder. The kick from McKenzie from the sidelines is a beauty as well. Puts them up to 9. But wow, I'd love to see that bust again down the left. Show of pace and then just a big swing of the arm. from Matt Duffy. Took Anton Brown down in a thunderous heap, just a metre short of the line. This is a game of tempers at the moment as the Blues hang on with their lead by 5 points. They've just turned the ball over as well. Kelly Toyota does it nicely, getting into Gareth Evans, who beats one, fires the ball inside. Here's another chance, it's a Kiriulani. That was simple. Man in the bin, the Blues take another 5. Well, there's big gaping holes in this Chiefs defence. They just lost the ball, and as quickly as that, Papali'i goes short. Kelly Toyota away to Gareth Evans, beats Suakula, draws in McKenzie, and then the power and pace of a Kiriulani. Too much for Brad Weber to handle close to the line. Well, it was that ball there that created the space. Close to the ruck, they drew the defenders in, and that was enough to open up a big hole for Gareth Evans, who did very well to beat Suakula. Kiriulani scores for the Blues, and amazing it is done with a man in the bin as well. No Matt Duffy, no fullback. Well, if you've got the ball in hand, that is no problem for the Blues. Conversion is added. Barrett with another couple, 21 points to 9. Now it's getting desperate for the Chiefs. They need to take this time. Man advantage, they've got to score a try. And they've got to do it in the next couple of minutes as well to give themselves a fighting chance to stay in this game. Trask back underway, a high kick, dig down into the Blues, all 22. It's missed in the back. Oh, Anton Brown was flying through, couldn't claim it. The Blues survive, and they attack as well. Ioane out to Clark, Caleb Clark taking on McKenzie. But can't get away. Damien McKenzie covering well, taking out the speedster. Still had support too on his shoulder of Blake Gibson. Here's Brad Slater to throw. Chiefs need something. Oh, they're not even going to win this line out. There's a big turnover by the Blues captain. Tui Pulotu leading from the front now. Barrett running. Oh, passing beautifully in the tackle too. Rieko Ioane takes it up to halfway. Comes back, and there's no one on the right-hand side defensively here for the Chiefs. They go back to Gareth Evans. Allows the Chiefs to reset the defensive line. Now Christie offloads somehow to Papali'i. Nicely finding into off of Tuangafasi. And the Chiefs start it over. Now they've got to go. And they find a bit of room out wide. Sean Wainui wants to go past in the back. And he won't be able to do it. The defence, the capabilities of this Blues side. Covering back was Beauden Barrett. He's given the reins up a fly half, and he was doing the job at fullback instead. And he just wraps Wainui up, takes him at the touch, and calls an end to that little passage for the Chiefs. Another line now to Carly Toyota. And the Blues will go again. Tuangafasi tries to power his way down the blind side. Blues have been playing their own territory at the moment. Kiriulani goes short to TJ Waiane. He thunders straight through. Tries to step on the outside of Damien McKenzie. Taken down though. Barrett pick and go. No fullback in place. And Dalton Papali'i will go straight through the guts and straight for the try. Oh, the Chiefs' defence has been left in tatters. Not for the first time tonight. And big holes throughout the back line have been exposed by some very straight lines by the Blues attack. Papali'i hit that from very deep. He's seen the massive hole. Anton Brown was mowing him up, but he didn't have enough field to play with. Suakula couldn't catch him on pace. And look, Suakula's there. He's the man closest to the ruck, yet he led the chase to catch Papali'i. That is how little defence they had through that midfield channel on the open side. There was no chance of anyone catching that man on the break. Well, that summons this one to the end, doesn't it really? The lead, that could be up to 28 points to 9 if this kick goes over. And that will be, obviously, a 19-point lead for the Blues. And the Chiefs, well, they battled hard to stay in this for the first half. Maybe we look back at that Matt Duffy yellow card and say that was the turning point for the Blues. Not only did it save them from conceding 5 or 7, it also restricted them to only 3. From there on in, they scored a try with the man in the bin as well. And back underway we go. Just 6.5 to play now. As here is Akira Ioane running it out, finding Tuipolotu, more room for Clark and another high tackle. This time the Chiefs guilty. Sean Wainui frustrated. He's had enough. And he's copped with one or two as well. Throughout the matchup has Wainui. And he's just given a little bit back to what he's received here tonight. Kick for touch by Barrett with just 4 minutes to play. Blues looking to wind this game down and take a very comfortable victory over the Chiefs. And that will leave them with a 6-loss record. There's a line-out turnover by the Chiefs, and here they come. Mankaville and Brown, he's knocked it on. And if you want to sum up their night tonight, the Chiefs, that set play from the turnover line-outs is exactly how their night has gone. Big sweeping motions from the Chiefs.
Bind.
They could not find any reward from it at all. The Blues get the scrum. The last chance to attack for the Chiefs. But they've got a little bit of fight left in the year. They've got a line-out turnover. Now possibly a scrum. Brad Weber looks excited. He's got the ball, Brad Weber. Gives to Trask. They cut it out to Wainui. Wainui tries to step inside. He's taken down. Good tackle there from Caleb Clark again. The wingers have been well looked after. Here's Mitchell Brown. Finding a little bit of space on the right-hand edge. Another short side play by a big man. Here is Slater. Going alone. Up towards halfway now. Suakula goes short side. Brad Weber tries to sneak his way through. He gets a good few metre gain as well. Wainui to Trask. Oh, there's gaps here. It's beautiful from Kane. Antonina Brown. And he gets out to Bugai. Chiefs are looking a bit dangerous here. Great ball to Suakula. Can he look left? He does. And Solomon Olomolo has a try for the Chiefs. Not before time, but a little bit of reward for the visitors. And they grab their first try of the match well after 80 minutes. But that makes the scoreline look a little bit more respectable. Solomon Olomolo underutilised here tonight. But Peter Gus Suakula. Big run by him, straight through the middle, draws in Matt Duffy and releases his left winger for a scorching run down the sidelines. A little bit of impression there from the Chiefs. That's what they're capable of. They've not shown a glimmer of it tonight. But a little bit of excitement from Mr. Excitement himself, Solomon Olomolo. Puts them into double figures. The Blues, well, they won't be happy with that. They would have preferred just to wind this game down, keep the Chiefs scoreless. Here is McKenzie to wrap it up. He does so with a nice little kick as well from the left-hand sideline. Nice little nudge. 16 points out for the Chiefs. They still trail by 12, and that'll be full-time. Blues with an emphatic victory over the Chiefs here in round 7 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Well, it was a passage of dominance through the middle period of this game that set the Blues apart. The Chiefs held well up towards half-time. They took it in threes and they kept in touch. But in that second half, for the first half of it, it was all the Blues who took the game away. 4 tries to 1, one each for Gerard Kelly, Toyote, Dalton, Papali'i, Akira Ioane and TJ Faiani, all picking up 1 apiece. Bonabara 4 out of 4 from the tee. For the Chiefs, Solomon Olomolo right at the end, converted by McKenzie. He also added 3 penalty goals to keep the Chiefs in touch throughout the first 40 or 50 minutes of the game. Well, the Chiefs really did have their chances. We spoke about at half-time how they made more line breaks than the Blues. That evened up throughout the full match during the second half, but it was certainly the Chiefs who had chances. The Blues, though, were the team that took them. An exciting matchup full of plenty of running and plenty of tries, but it is the Blues who get back to winning ways, and the Chiefs, they stay winless in Super Rugby Aotearoa. That is me for Game 2 of Round 7. I hope you enjoyed today's matchup and, of course, yesterday's big match between the Crusaders and the Hurricanes. I'll see you all again next weekend for plenty more, and we've also got lots of videos coming out during the week as well. So if you do enjoy it and you like the videos, do hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because there's plenty more action coming your way. Until next time, though, thanks for watching and take care.